The psychology of becoming rich, it's not what you think. Have you ever wondered why two people can earn the exact same income, yet one becomes wealthy while the other stays broke? It isn't luck. It isn't intelligence. And surprisingly, it's not even about how hard they work. The truth is, becoming rich starts long before money enters your bank account. It starts inside your mind. Because every financial decision you make today is controlled by invisible psychological patterns that most people never notice. And if you don't recognize them, you'll keep making the same financial mistakes for the rest of your life. But if you learn to control them, you can completely change your financial future. Stay until the end, because the final mindset shift is the one that separates millionaires from everyone else. 1. Your brain wants comfort, not wealth. Here's something your brain will never tell you. Your brain isn't designed to make you rich. It's designed to keep you alive. Thousands of years ago, survival meant avoiding danger, not building wealth. Today, your brain still prefers short-term comfort over long-term success. That's why buying something online feels easier than investing. Scrolling social media feels easier than learning a new skill. Watching one more episode feels easier than building a business. Your brain constantly asks one question: what's the easiest thing I can do right now? Rich people train themselves to ask a different question. What's the best decision for my future? That tiny change creates enormous differences over years. Pattern interrupt. Quick question. If Amazon delivered financial freedom in 2 days, would everyone become rich? Exactly. Because the problem isn't information. It's psychology. 2. Delayed gratification is a superpower. One famous experiment placed a marshmallow in front of children. They were told, "Eat it now," or "Wait, and you'll receive 2 later." Many couldn't wait. Years later, the children who delayed gratification often performed better in multiple areas of life. The lesson isn't about marshmallows. It's about resisting today's temptation for tomorrow's reward. Every wealthy person constantly makes this trade. Spend today, or invest for tomorrow. Entertainment, or education. Status, or assets. The scary part? Most people choose temporary pleasure without even realizing it. And if you want to discover another mindset shift that keeps millions of people financially stuck, watch the next video on your screen. It might completely change the way you think about money forever. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next. 3. Stop buying to impress people. Here's an uncomfortable truth. Many purchases aren't made because we need them. They're made because we want approval. A luxury car, designer clothes, the newest phone. Sometimes these aren't purchases. They're advertisements saying, "Please think I'm successful." Ironically, people who become truly wealthy often spend less energy looking rich, because they understand something powerful. Money that gets invested keeps working. Money spent to impress people disappears forever. Remember this. Rich people buy assets first, luxuries later. Most people reverse the order. Transition. But even if you stop wasting money, there's another psychological trap that's even more dangerous, and almost everyone falls into it. 4. Your environment quietly controls your decisions. Think about your closest circle. Do they encourage investing, learning, building businesses, or only spending? Psychologists have found that human behavior is heavily influenced by the people around us. If everyone around you complains about money, eventually you will too. If everyone believes becoming wealthy is impossible, your brain slowly accepts that belief. This is why successful people carefully choose their environment. Books, podcasts, mentors, communities. Because changing your surroundings often changes your future faster than changing your motivation. Pattern interrupt. Imagine planting a seed inside concrete. Would you blame the seed or the environment? Exactly. Your mindset grows the same way. 5. Rich people think in probabilities. Average people often ask, "What if I fail?" Successful people ask, "What if it works?" Notice the difference. Neither person knows the future, but one is mentally preparing for opportunity. The other is preparing for fear. Wealth isn't built by eliminating every risk. It's built by taking calculated risks repeatedly. Learning, testing, improving, growing. Failure isn't viewed as proof of weakness. It's treated as data. 6. Identity comes before income. Here's one of the biggest psychological secrets. Your income usually follows your identity. If you believe, "I'm terrible with money," you'll unconsciously make decisions that prove yourself right. If you believe, "I am someone who builds wealth," your habits begin changing automatically. You start reading more, learning more, saving consistently, investing regularly. Not because someone forced you, because that's who you believe you are. Identity creates habits. Habits create results. Results create wealth. Final lesson. Here's what most people misunderstand. Money doesn't create discipline. Discipline creates money. Money doesn't create confidence. Confidence creates opportunities. Money doesn't create freedom. The right psychology creates freedom. And money becomes the result. The wealthy don't simply think differently. They train themselves to make better decisions over and over again. Small choices, repeated daily, compounded over years. That's how fortunes are built. Not overnight, but almost always. One decision at a time. If this video changed the way you think about money, don't let it stop here. Hit the like button and subscribe for weekly videos on wealth psychology, investing, financial freedom, and smarter money habits. And if you want to discover another mindset shift that keeps millions of people financially stuck, watch the next video on your screen. It might completely change the way you think about money forever. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.